What's going on, everybody? All right, so we're in the new shop. We're getting really close to moving. Excuse the mess. I've got everything kind of just centered in the shop. We're starting to figure out where we want things to go. But I wanted to take a minute and just show you around what we have going on. So what we're in right now, this is going to be the finish shop. This is going to be where we put all the nice jewelry when we put it together. And so the cars that are right there at the finish line, this is where they're going to be. Now, one thing I'm most excited about in this shop, if you can see up there, that's a big AC unit, and I cannot wait. Came in here the other day, it was about 100 degrees outside. I walked in here, it was 70 degrees. Oh my gosh, it felt so good. So we've got all the floors done, we've got the walls paneled. I still have to insulate the door, so I'm about to do that. We've got our office area almost built. We've got all this paneled, metal down low. This first door is going to be our office. I still have to finish this room, but then we've got the bathroom finished up. So it's looking really nice. Like I said, the walls are all paneled and done. We've got the lift in the corner. So let's walk through here. As we're going through this shop, we've got the opening here with the plastic curtain that is going to walk into our metal shop. So this will be the metal shop and the upholstery side. This is going to be mainly the clean metal work, the bead rolling, braking, just all new metal stuff. So this will be clean along with the upholstery side. That's why I kind of paired those two up. They're not really going to be together, but they're going to be close. So these two walls I have in the back, behind this wall here, that's going to be part of the upholstery section as well. The sewing machine is going to go into here. We're going to have a table where we can wrap our panels and do all that. This will get walled and be storage, kind of pegboard style stuff over behind this wall. This is going to be more of a tool crib. That way we can, store our toolboxes, big tools out around the shop, our brooms, our extension cords, our hoses, all that stuff, so we can keep everything hid. Because what I'm hoping is, when you look around the shop, there's not going to be anything on the walls, with the exception of we're going to have some shelves down this wall, just to keep a little bit of storage there. But I'm paneling these walls now, getting everything finished up, insulated. We've got the floors stained, they look really good. Our plasma table is gonna go here. Our welders are gonna be in this section. We're gonna build about a 4-foot wall, and this is gonna be kind of a docking station for welders on this side over here. And it's all LED lit, which looks really good. So I'm excited to get everything moved into this shop. I'm really excited about this shop. This one turned out, this was the one I was most worried about, and it turned out better than any of them. But if we walk out of this room, in here we've got the floor stain, they're looking really good. We got the walls paneled. Also have built a wall in this corner. This is what's gonna house, the sanding blocks, sandpapers, anything we need back here. Pegboard style back here too, be our mixing station for our fillers and all that good stuff. So hopefully there'll be nothing around the walls in here either. So yeah, this has turned out really good. It's almost too nice to sand filler in, but hopefully if we just kind of keep that cleaned up as we go. We were gonna do a prep booth, but we always keep 4 or 5 cars going. So to move those in and out of the prep booth nonstop just to keep a little dust down really doesn't make a lot of sense. So we're just gonna hopefully be able to keep it clean. We're not going to do a lift in this one. We realized that having a lift in our other body shop that we've been in for 20 years, we rarely ever have even lifted a car on that. So we're actually going to take that lift from that body shop and we're going to put it outside. We're going to pour a slab, and that way if we ever need to get under a car and do any cleanup work like stripping the bottom of a car, getting rid of some undercoating or anything like that, we'll actually be able to do that outside, not have to dirty anything up inside. So now as we walk through the body shop, this is where the paint booth is going to be. So it's going to live in the corner, and we're going to have our mixing station and a little area built for all of our mixing and computer over here. I was trying to build this into a paint room. What I wanted was clean air coming in, an exhaust on this side, basically have it as like a cross flow booth, but have this as a complete paint room. So it would have been a 20 by 60, and you could have put a body of a car in here with doors, fenders, hood, all that good stuff, and be able to get it all in one shot. Now the problem with that is the height of the building. So, you know, the overspray wants to rise, and I was looking at how hard that was going to be to get it out. So then our next step was, well, we'll build a ceiling in here, we'll lower that, and then we'll do it. But as we started just getting more into that, I started having kind of paint booth engineers, that type of people look at this, because I wanted it just seemed to start making more sense just to have a booth. So we're doing a 24 deep booth, which is just a little longer than what we have now. And all the other specs are about the same. It's about 10 feet tall and about 14 foot wide. So it's plenty of room, but we still might have to paint a car in, you know, a couple day process, which is not a big deal. Now, if we walk out of here, we've got a pretty big lot that actually we didn't even realize how good of a lot we had. This is where we're gonna house some of the cars that are waiting to be stored along through there. Now, where I'm standing right now, this was all woods. Where the body shop we just went through, woods, this was woods. I mean, you couldn't even walk through here. So we had this all cleared out. The one thing we noticed on our fence down through there is it needs some work. So we're waiting on a guy to come by and try to take care of some of that fence stuff. We've got an area over here that we've started working on that we'll have a couple of picnic tables so we can hang out. But the lot goes all the way around the back side of the building, so we've got plenty of room out here to either add on if we ever need to, or like I said, just to store stuff. We've got a couple of semi-trailers and storage that we have over there that'll come and they'll be parked in the back. And that'll help with keeping some of those parts outside and not inside on the walls. We've got our skid steer that we'll use on the gravel for having to fork anything around that we need to. And then one of the last things is our compressor. Now, I'm not sponsored by these guys or anything, but the reason we went with a new compressor and a new paint booth is the property that we've been at for about 20 years is a 3-phase property. So we were gonna do 3-phase here. And I was like, man, 25 grand to run 3-phase to the pole, then to wire the buildings, and blah, 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 blah. As you get into that, it was expensive. So I started looking at 1-phase options on compressors and paint booths. I started looking into how efficient they were, which seemed to be, you know, pretty efficient. And we decided that we could just get all new equipment for less than what it was going to cost to try to get 3-phase throughout the property. So that's what we've done. And the compressor is one of those. This is an Emax Silent Air 450. It's a 10-horse compressor, 80-gallon tank. Pretty much the same thing as what we've had at the shop for the last 20 years. But man, is this thing quiet. If you fire it up and you run it right here, we could stand right here and have a conversation just like this. It's that quiet. I'd say it's about like standing next to a newer model running car. If you were standing right by it talking while it was running, which they're not very loud, that's about how this thing is. So it's really cool, man, as it pumps some air. So anyway, we've got a lot going. Been super excited about this. I can't wait to start moving stuff. We're right there at that now. I've got to finish paneling some walls. I've got to get just a few other things up, and then we can start moving cars over here and try to figure out how we're actually going to sort some of this stuff and get it all organized. But I can't wait. I've always had this dream of having a shop that was entirely too nice to work in. And I know that doesn't make sense, but always the cleaner I am, the more efficient I am, the better I work, the better I feel. And I've noticed obviously the same with my guys and most people that I've worked with. If it's the cleaner it is and the better it feels in there, the better you're gonna be. So I'm super excited to get over here. So anyway, as soon as we get things moved, I'll shoot another video. I'll show you guys again. Hopefully we'll start working in here pretty soon. We'll be able to start making more content. We've been slacking on that a lot because of everything that we've been doing. It hasn't made any sense, or we haven't had any time to be able to shoot video along with doing all this and trying to get customer cars finished. But now that we're moving into this property, we're allotting some time to be able to try to drop one video every week. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. We got a lot of cool cars going. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this, and we'll see you next time.